Hello everyone, this is Rem Fox with English 317, my technical definition, deliverable 2 for project 2. The process that I chose is the process of tunnel drying and the tunnel dryer overall. So I'm a food scientist, and one of the large problems that we face in the food industry is the amount of water that's in a food product. The amount of water that's in a food product can determine the microbial load that the food can have, which determines shelf life. And the amount of water also affects the weight. Essentially, how much food are you actually selling in a product if only half of it is water? So the answer to this question in the food processing world is tunnel drying. The definition of tunnel drying is fairly layman. A tunnel, an artificial passage, and a dryer, a machine that dries. Some related processes that you could think of would be maybe hanging your clothes on a drying or a hanging line outside. The only problem with this in food processing is that the time of year that you put your food product out would change how fast it dries, essentially changing how much food you can produce, as well as you're leaving your food product open for contamination. You can look at another process, maybe such as an actual dryer that you would use to dry your clothes in, but this is also an inefficient process because it's a batch process. And by batch process, I mean you put your clothes in, you start the dryer for a certain amount of time, and then you pull your clothes out after it's done. But that process takes a lot more energy and it takes manual labor, whereas the process of tunnel drying requires neither of those. So here's a schematic, and then there's two pictures of what a tunnel dryer looks like. And essentially a tunnel dryer is a long belt with a controlled atmospheric environment around it. So this right here, this big section is where the drying occurs, and this is all you're controlling besides the speed of the belt that goes through. So what you want to do with a tunnel dryer is create a specific atmosphere that moves the amount of water in your food product from what it is coming in to under a certain set amount when it comes out, so that your food is shelf stable for the time that you need it to be, and it also doesn't allow for the microbes to grow to a load that would be toxic for humans in the time that the shelf life is there. So those are two uses. I hope that this technical definition has helped you understand what tunnel drying is and how it's used in the food industry. This is my bibliography of the images that I gathered, and thank you for watching my slideshow.